Hi everyone, welcome back. Um, it's been a while since I've played, so I don't exactly remember where we left off. So that's fun. I have absolutely no idea what to do. I probably should have checked my last video, um, but I did not do that. So instead, here we are. Remember that I figured out I had them switched, um, which was nice, but I don't remember what that led to, or if that led to anything else. Oh my god, him, that's nice. Oh, the children. Oh, I figured out what that was. Still don't know why they're boxed. I guess I will check my evidence. None of this feels new. Yes, but I feel like this looks like it's a lot less. So I guess I'll just pick something. Do I know what I was last doing here? Ah, Robbie Roottree, the Roottree brothers. Don't know what the other son's name is though. Right? Yes, because, okay. Don't know what the baby's name is. But that's okay. Lovely. Still don't remember what I'm doing though, but we will figure it out. I guess I'll just pick something to start with. There's still 10 people, or like 10 things I'm supposed to get from this, which I do not understand. Rolling On Down in the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East. Okay. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. The lyrics contain no clues, so I'm not even gonna look at those. Can I look up the economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East? Nope. Didn't think so. I just don't get how I'm supposed to get 10 things from this. I don't get it. I'm like, this is not gonna help me. Looking at that is not gonna help me. There's 9 things left on this? Newspaper found her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up with an unconventional family, but in her words, they're still full of love. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. I know I looked up her campaign, but this is not going well. There's one more thing here, which I think is about Ernest Jr., who's somewhere. I think he's one of these people. And I am supposed to know what he looks like. Oh, hold on. I think I discovered last time for the women, just put housewife if you don't know, because chances are they could potentially be a housewife. Ernest Jr. Well, he's definitely not this one. Or this one. That's Davy. So he is one of these people. Honestly, that looks like Diamond. Or not Diamond, Jim. Actually, you know what? That really does look like Jim. Does Jim need an extra photo? Right? Like, that's Jim. Diamond. Well, none of these people look like Diamond. So... Oh, those are like the cousins. Well, I know that one of those men has to be Clark, and the other has to be Ernest, so... I don't know, I'm just gonna pick one. I don't know. Okay, great. No clue. Still no clue. I need another person to, like, fact check that. Maybe that's Gwyneth, because they have the same glasses. Okay. Those cousins. The, like, ones that were in the scrambled things. I don't remember where they were in here. Oh, here. Chris Rafferty's third cousins. Yeah. Third cousins. One of them's an only child, one of them has a younger sister. Okay, so it could be them. That seems like it's not gonna be them. I guess it could be them too. But it can't be because one of them's Kellogg the fourth, which he has down from a guy. So that's not gonna be them. That's not gonna be them. So I think that means it's gotta be them, and I guess it's them because he has red hair. Davey has red hair. David Kellogg the fourth, which would be this. David Kellogg the third. Is swimmer in here or student? College. Nice. Whose faces did I get right? Because this means I got some faces right. Nice. I guessed those faces. Oh, and that is Jim's photo. Perfect. And then this is Bethany. Also a student. I'm guessing college. Oh, but that I think that is her yearbook photo, but which wouldn't exist in college, so maybe she's in high school still. But anyway, this means that, oh, well, maybe she's not a housewife. I really don't know. But that's good. That fills out that area. Guy Hudson has a spouse I don't know yet. And then the only child has to be this one. I don't remember what her name was. Stephanie. This has to be Stephanie. Ooh, Stephanie. That one. They look the same. And I'm also guessing she is a student, which means this has to be a catch-all. Okay, great. I mean, they look the same, and they look like they would be siblings. I mean, she doesn't look older, but I don't know. Maybe I should look up Stephanie Cattrall. I'm almost positive I spelled that wrong anyway, so it's okay. Maybe Sam Cattrall? No. How about Gwyneth Madsen? Nope. Gwyneth Madsen. Nope. Great. But that's that at least. That's helpful. A few more names. Zachariah had kids. I just know absolutely nothing about them. Can I look up these people? Hold on, I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's look up Zachariah Mordson. I'm gonna spell that wrong so badly. Already forget how it went. I'm so bad at spelling. A-R-I-A-H. Morden? Morden. Nothing? Nothing. He's the second president, and I get nothing? What about Clara? I'm not typing. Clara Lanson. Great, also nothing. So I know nothing about their children. Except we have Gwendolyn. Okay. I mean, I have the picture of all of them. I still don't know who that is. It's gonna be a Roottree, but how many Roottrees do I have left, actually? Oh. A fair bit. Lovely. Oh, well, they're probably gonna be Roottrees. That's a Roottree. That's a Roottree. I mean, it's a female. All of these names could be female. I really don't know. Lovely. Don't know who any of these people's spouses are. And I don't know what Elias M. Roottree does for a living. Or what his children potentially are. Okay. Let's... Ooh, that actually got rid of some more notes. Oh, and I got rid of one of these. I wonder if that was the photo that I used. Like, I compared their photos. But I think I have another photo of Jim somehow. It's clearly not any of those. Also, don't know who that old guy is. It looks like it'd be one of like these guys up here, but none of them have photos. So, I wish this was like set in modern time and I could do like a reverse image search and just search for these people. But I can't do that. I don't have like any more evidence that's helpful. So I guess I'm just gonna have to keep reading this over and over and over again. Clark's getting married. Danielle isn't much older. Is Danielle Clark's wife? I meant, like... Is Danielle Clark's wife? Is she in the picture? Huh. I have extra pictures of Clark. I don't have extra pictures of Clark, so that's not true. Danielle isn't much older. She got married at 16. Oh, these would have been right. These aren't right. I'm realizing right now that those aren't right. I mean, I know Clark was with them both. But that must have been after. My guess is it goes Danielle, Jane, Kim. And he stays with Kim. This could be wrong, but I don't know. Because I know he was with both of Diamond's sisters. I think. I could be wrong, but I think. Yeah, like he's getting married at 18. That has to be his first person. So there's still a lot left I'm supposed to get from this. Our generation was never so bad. Bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Edward must marry someone. I'm guessing they're like a person of color. Because this makes me think that they're a person of color. Edward must marry someone who is a person of color. I'm guessing. He's set to take over the department. So maybe he's also a lawyer? Ooh! Perfect. So I really have to like learn to read more into what they're saying. Yeah. I really have to like, ooh, they're back.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation, but I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake, so I'll try to explain why. It's true, I'm working with lawyers, but not the candy company lawyers.
Your
My
publisher.
publisher's
Who
lawyers.
are you?
I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the Five Pieces. The truth often isn't.
What did they do?
But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy.
Who is this lady?
So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing
I think we
is
found
very
out
personal to me.
last time that she was a Roottree as
To
well.
my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in.
That's like the spot, like kind of in the middle that has the envelope in it.
Also,
I'm guessing.
there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination.
I've already been doing that, lady.
It's also
Sorry.
harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4
4?
blood relatives before they lock from here on out.
I can barely get 3.
I don't have
Oh,
any more
goodness.
evidence for you, but trust your intuition.
Great, thank you. You're
If
so
something
helpful.
has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you. You're so unhelpful. That was so unhelpful. Hold on, I just want to clear out this. Yes. Not helpful. Anyway, where was I before? Oh, yes. I think he marries someone who's a person of color. Would that make... That's your child. Because they're mixed. Okay. Yeah. This is this lady. Like this weird lady who keeps coming to my door. This is her. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Is this the thing about with Sam? This must be the thing with Sam, that everyone's like, why are we including Sam in the pictures? Like, why is Grandma fighting so hard to include Sam? Like, who's Sam? Because no idea who Sam is. So they're a sibling? I don't know what this is. And like they're using the same like weird red string that's down here. So I feel like it's gotta have something to do with this square. But I don't know. What was I looking? Oh, I was reading Clark, I think? Yeah. Popsy had gotten over it. Edward said, okay. And as for me, my first published book. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Yeah. That's where you're supposed to figure out that Zach's sister is a housewife. Gwen is Gwen, but she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet our kids. How does that still have 9 things? I don't understand. My brothers all seem to pursue paths of logic. Or paths of knowledge, my bad. So that must mean that... Because we have author, professor, lawyer. So you have to do something knowledge-based? Maybe you're a doctor. I don't know. You could be a doctor. Or a nurse. Probably not, though, for that time. You could go into politics or be a police officer. I don't know. I need your spouses, though. How do I figure out your spouses? I have so many more photos. I'm glad I got this done, though. I'm supposed to have pictures of these people. Like, how am I supposed to figure out what she does? And who your mother is. Oh my gosh, who's the mom? The mom is clearly a Roottree, but I don't know who. Elias Roottree Jr. You must have had a child. Let's type in Ernest Madsen. I probably already have done this, but I don't remember. Great. Who's your child, Elias? Mr. Architect. Elias Roottree Jr. Historical buildings. And I get nothing. How do I find out more about Elias Jr.? What do I have about Elias Jr.? Married Patsy. How did I figure that out? I don't remember. Who's Patsy? Oh. Patricia. Either Patricia Christensen or Patricia Jones. Can I Google those names? Or not Google, do whatever this is. Patsy Jones. I don't remember what it was. Christensen with a bunch of E's. Christensen. Christian. I'm so sorry, people. I cannot. Okay. Christ and Sen. I am not going to remember that. I'm going to try my best to remember that. Christ and Sen. Okay. Patricia. Ah! Christensen Steel was accompanied in Butler County. On a World War II history page, you find that it contributed to the war efforts by creating parts for vehicles. But after that, it went out of business. Christensen Steel and Patricia Christensen are both mentioned in a book review. Ah, Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelina. This is good. I needed this. Steamy Correspondence. I'm gonna copy that. Tina Angelina. Tina Angelina. Is it because I put quotes in there? Steamy correspondence. I'm guessing I spelled it wrong, but I'm just gonna copy that again without the quotes. And nope, and try it again. Oh, well, it would help if I spelled Tina right. For everyone who's yelling at me because I spelled Tina wrong. Ooh, we're printing things. This is a book of historical letters with an erotic twist. Each letter is accompanied by context from the book's author. A letter from the book has been added to your pages. Perfect. Steamy correspondence. Lovely. In 1934, someone who goes by Patch wrote a letter full of innuendo to an unknown gentleman who it is clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is thought to, by the book's author, to have been Patricia Christensen. Okay, I'm just going to highlight that so I have it. Patch. A daughter of the owner of Christensen Seal. Her nickname was Pat, and Ch were the first two letters of her last name, and Patricia Christensen was known to appreciate wordplay like this. Patricia would have been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. Oh, never mind. Sorry. This letter was most definitely not written to him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading Tina Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society. Is this Sam? Is the daughter she hid Sam? I think the daughter she... Oh my goodness. The letter ends on a mention of a twisted twin that seems to invoke imagery from classic literature. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever. How awful is it that such a beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse than to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. It's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life he has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. I swear that on a joyous day, with all the strength I can muster, I will fight for our child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Tina has no theory for what more cryptic parts of that mean. Whoa. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing I'm supposed to figure out what all of that meant. So she had a daughter with someone. I'm guessing the daughter was Sam, because they said that Sam was a worker on the farm. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful is it that such a beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. I don't know what that means. So my guess is what happened here is that Roottree got with Patricia Christensen, had a daughter. Daughter went with Roottrees because Patricia was married. And instead of having the Roottrees, who is the dad of Secret Daughter, raise her, they had her under the authority of someone else and made her a farmer. And my guess is she's Sam. Your brother's twisted twin. What does that mean? Your brother's twisted twin. Like, they're twins. Your brother's twisted twin. I don't know what that means. Because my guess is that that's what's happening up here. Like, I'm gonna put Patricia here, but I don't think that that's accurate. And then I think this is gonna be Sam. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is that's Sam. Is that she wouldn't. She's a laborer. Is that a thing? No. She's a farmer? I don't know. I don't think this is right. I think this Sam is gonna be under this. But I could be very wrong. I mean, this has to be her. Because that's from the, I don't remember what the next generation I think they were called, like photo is. And she's the only one whose face is left. And there's no other faces from that, I don't think. Right, there's no other faces from that section. So I think this has to be Sam. I just don't. Twisted twin. Can I look up what a twisted twin is? No. Okay. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful is it that such a beauty was ripped from its rightful fate and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. It's like something from the start of a children's fable. That's gotta be like, that's gotta be it, but I just don't understand how I'm supposed to find out more about her, because I'm not gonna be able to find out more about her. Besides the fact that I think she was a farmer at some point. So I guess I just keep looking at other things. How many things does that have? The steamy correspondence? It has none? It's not helpful, is what it says. Great. So great. Actually, I want to look up Tina. Tina Angelina. Yeah, okay, that wasn't helpful. So I will just keep looking up names, I guess, or looking at names. Cause like I feel like I'm getting nowhere. Like I feel like I'm actually getting absolutely nowhere, and it's not fun. Like I feel like I was on a roll there for a while, and now I've hit a brick wall because she didn't give me any new evidence. If that lady, who I'm guessing is a relative of Sam, Roottrees somehow, gave me any more an entry entitled Sam. Elias Rootree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in the family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Why Sam? I have so many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Because she is not a distant relative, I don't think. Angie summoned all of the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Angie. Did I figure out who Angie is? Yeah, her. Okay, great. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Uncle Junior married Patsy. So maybe that's not Patricia Christensen. Did I ever look up like Patricia Jones, I think it was? I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy, but Sam was at the wedding. Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. I totally Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, E.C. and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. E.C. and John. Am I supposed to look up who E.C. and John are? Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? I don't think this can be Sam. Because Ernest Jr. was made president. But if they're so ostracizing Sam for not being, like, legit or whatever, they wouldn't have made her son president. I don't think. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Clark's getting married. Clark is indeed getting married. It's lovely. Like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. Can I look up free spirit? I'm desperate. No. No, that's not the button I wanted. They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. Yeah, I don't know who Edward married. Edward married someone of color, I'm assuming. I just don't know who. Zach's not a bad president. Sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen. And that's all I get. Like, I don't know who anyone's married to. Like, absolutely no one. I guess, can I look up Edward Roottree? Because I need to know who his spouse was. I got nothing, really. Absolutely nothing. From Edward. What's the picture that has the Carl's generation in it? I guess maybe she could be a person of color. It's really hard to tell in this photo. But maybe she could be a person of color. But she doesn't look old enough to be able to have a kid. She wouldn't be in this photo anyway. The mom. Does it say who's signed this? Bonnie. Do I know who Bonnie is? Do I have a Bonnie? Yeah, Bonnie is taken care of. Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline. Who's this one? Who I still don't know what she looks like, but that's cool. Gwyneth M. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn? Do I have a Gwendolyn? Hold on, so there's a Gwyneth M and a Gwendolyn. That's not what I wanted. So this is Gwendolyn, who's also M. Oh, and then Gwyneth M. Okay. Miracle Jr., Jim, Clark, Carl, and Eli. So yeah, her name is 100% not listed here. I mean, the thing about Eli, the Miracle brother, is that he's a name tag. Like, he looks like he's wearing like a janitor's uniform, which would be really funny. But like, that's what it looks like. Like, he looks like he's wearing like a janitor uniform. Because who else has like name tags like that? He could be a mechanic. Mechanic could work. I like mechanic. Okay. There's still a lot of people in this picture that I don't. Her name's not in it. But I'm still missing Gwendolyn, Gwyneth, and Caroline. Gwyneth, Gwendolyn, and Caroline. I think, yeah, they're all over here. So 2 of them are sisters. And one of them's her mom. So which one looks like it could be her mom? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like they look like they're more sisters than this one. So I would say they're sisters because they look like they have the same nose. And like the same facial expressions. So I'm gonna go with the headband girl and bob girl. She looks older to me. And I'm gonna make you a housewife because I don't know. Oh, I did something. She was a housewife. These 4, oh, I forgot it was 4 entries. That is Sam. Oh my goodness, that is Sam. I really didn't think that was gonna be Sam. I have another picture of Caroline. I mean, I don't yet, but I have another picture of Caroline somewhere. I really didn't think that that was gonna be Sam. That shocks me, honestly. That really does shock me. Okay. Okay. Well, that was helpful. So I don't think her occupation is clearly not housewife, because that would have been put in. Do I have anything that's blue that I have written in yet that is not right? Besides, like, I have pictures and stuff that I have to put in, but I don't have any more pictures, I don't think. Her. Oh. He's not a doctor. So what else? I don't know, like, this all went into knowledge. I don't know what that means. Do I have anything that says what Jim's dad did? No. Oh my goodness. Jim. Carl's cousin singer has diamond. No. Oh, father in ads. The dad does advertising. Oops. My bad. Bit of an idiot. Did not read my notes. Dad's in advertising. Alright, so that one's done. But it says nothing about his mom. Or honestly, they have 2 kids? But I know nothing about the 2 kids. So, that's good. So that one's done. I don't have to worry about that one anymore. I don't know the baby's name. It's a Roottree. It's a daughter. Christina, November, Tessa, or Wolf. Well, or Christina, November, and Tessa. I mean, I guess I can just pick one and see if it's right or not later. And then I knew he was a mechanic because of his outfit. He has a kid that I'm also guessing is a Roottree, but a male, so he must be Wolf. No, I know absolutely nothing about Wolf Roottree, so let's see if I can look that up. No. Wait, why did I think he had to be male? Why did I think he had to be male? I'm sorry, I'm now just... He could be November or Tessa or honestly Christina, but... Oh, I don't think he can be male. Because I don't have any pictures. Actually, I don't have any pictures, period. Do I not have any more pictures of the free spirits? Is everyone accounted for? Oh. So he must not have had a kid yet when this photo was taken. Oh no, he wouldn't. No, the baby wouldn't. They wouldn't be in this picture. Oh no, but the miracles are weird. I forgot the miracles were weird. I don't know. How many blood relatives do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unless I'm counting wrong, which I could be. I'm missing a lot of spouses and pictures. Somehow. Ooh, that helped clear up a lot of evidence, though. I still don't understand how this still has 6 things. Buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox, it had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. I guess I can go back to the periodical about Stephanie Jones. The most recent message of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results. She won. Found the full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon. I mean, I have a Patricia Jones, but I don't think she has kids yet. She doesn't, so. Lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. Her mother and her partner essentially had an entirely female influence. Though she's a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother, Caroline, a local artist, she's appeared on the front page. So I should look her up here. Caroline, is it Morden or Madsen? Morden. Caroline Morden. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I never did that. You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. This is mostly a listing of her art. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story is an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It is captioned, Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlantis Burden. This sculpture is one of many works featured in her upcoming book, Self-Portrait. She's a book. Well, now I have to look up the book. Okay, let me just copy that so I can search that up. According to a quote further down, Atlantis' burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Okay, well, I didn't know she wrote a book. Would have been nice to know that she wrote a book. Here's her book, okay. Dedicated to Eloise. Okay, Eloise must be the spouse. Oops. Perfect. Captioned. Okay. So that's just her picture. So that was probably how I was supposed to figure out that that was her, because they look the same. And then this must be Eloise. Great. I really don't know what this is going to tell me, but besides the fact that Eloise. Mostly black and white pictures of Caroline's art, the centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits at different ages, stretching from 25 to 30. They certainly have not been added to your evidence. Oh, goodness. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation, and in her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. Ooh, she distinctly dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus. So this is Dr. Wilson. I don't know who Dr. Wilson is, but I have to look up Dr. Wilson. Don't let me forget. I have to look up Dr. Wilson. Their marriages led her to double down on her passions. I'm so sorry. Art and the environment. She even married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. She comes out strongly against the Roottree Company's effect on the local environment and rules how she was not able to convince her father, Zach, to make changes to policy. She also explains that her marriage to Mark that's probably how I was supposed to figure out how the husband's name was too, but I did that on my own, led to the most volatile moments in her life, all negative, and that the only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true loves, art and the beauty of women. Amen, sister. So I have to look up Dr. Wilson, because I don't know who that is. Web search. Nice. Ooh. 2 photos. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Although there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results, as he pops up to the top every time. His website claims that he is the pediatrician to the stars, and the only evidence for this is that he apparently was the doctor to the Roottree sisters. Picture of him on their website as well as a picture of his 3 children. Okay. I need to make him a thing. Brother-in-law of Caroline Morden. 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There's also a quote that, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Jason has a big brother and a sister. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely Stephen Wilson, who seems to be kind of skeevy. And then there should be some photos. Oh, he looks skeevy. And then perfect. It seems like this was taken 2 years ago. So you're probably in high school, you're a student, you're in college. So it would be him, the girl, and the little boy. And that's the skeevy dude. So you're Jason. And then I do want to put I'm guessing you're a college student. I'm guessing you're a high school student. And you are not. I don't know your names though. Are you Roottrees? No, you're Wilsons. You must be Zach. Oh, I didn't get to put Gem in. But I got more, which is good. Ooh, locked in everyone in the next generation photograph. Perfect. Ooh, I got a lot of optional entries. Oh, I got the baby's name right. I just realized I got the baby's name right. They gave me the baby's name, I got it right. I can't believe I did that. I'm making a lot of progress today, I feel, which is good. She's good. So that's done. This whole section is done. Lovely. I still don't know Guy Hudson's spouse. It's definitely a female. How am I supposed to figure out who Guy Hudson got married to? There's so many names left. Well, it's not going to be a Roottree. Because that would be gross. Incest. You know. So it could be a Catherine Wilkins. I guess I should just like start looking up these names. I need to know what Gwyneth Madsen does for a living. I don't know what Gwyneth Madsen does for a living. But I look her up and I get nothing. And they got absolutely nothing. Oh, Miracle the Third has a wife named Nicole. I'm really glad I decided to look through my list. You have a wife named Nicole. So that's nice. That name's taken off now. Chris Rafferty has a wife named Lulu. Did I get that? Yeah, not helpful. Third cousin swims. Son of Elias married Patsy, Patch, and a secret daughter. I guess I'll just go back to my evidence then. I mean, I'm narrowing it down. Like, I'm getting stuff done. They still have so much stuff left. Like, there's more I should be able to look up with them. Can I go back to the... Does she... Like, I thought she said something about how she was upset. Maybe that was the book. Yeah. Later she was trained when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. Yeah. Sorry, so that would lead me to believe you're a housewife. Oh, no, not her. Her. Oh, yeah, so that's not helpful. I still don't know anything about you. But the fact that the mailing thing had 5 things left makes me think there's more I should be able to get from this. Her marriage to Mark. See, but like this doesn't give me anything else. This doesn't give me anything else either. I guess I can look up this. Her art piece. Nope. I guess I can spider search the names I haven't used yet. That wasn't what I wanted. The names I haven't used. Oh, this does not cross names off. Well, Wolf Roottrees here, and I don't know who that is, so let's type that in. No. Because that's how I found out something about Patricia. Kim LaRoe had kids here. Do we have any Raffertys left? Jessica Rafferty LaRoe and Katrina Rafferty LaRoe. That's who they are. Okay. I should be able to find like a LaRoe family picture, it seems like, that I don't have. Kim LaRoe? What were their names? Their potential names? I'm just gonna type them in here so I know that they exist and so they go away. Katrina and Jessica Rafferty LaRoe. Jessica Rafferty. Okay. About Katrina. Great. What about just Rafferty LaRoe? Oh, perfect. A website about Raffertoons, Clark Rafferty LaRoe's advertising firm. Oh, he has an advertising firm. On it, there is an About page. You find a picture labeled the inspiration for the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture. He had the idea for the Roottree Super Bowl ad. So Katrina is the younger one. So I have to switch these. Okay. And then get their picture. Here. Oh, Clark got old. So first I want to put in Clark's picture, and then I want to put in Kim's picture, and then Jessica is older, and they are both students. K through 12. K through 12. Okay, so that's more things done. Still don't know who Guy Hudson's wife is. She's done. So I need one more blood relative to lock all of that in. So my guess is there's a picture of Jane LaRoe and Clark Rafferty that I am missing. Somehow. Can I look up Jane? Oh. Jane Del Vecchio is listed on a talent for hire site as a wedding singer. Way down in the credential sections of her biography. Ooh, she has a biography. It mentions she got her start as a young girl when she was Jane LaRoe of the Lucky LaRoes. It also mentions to only contact her agent in the event you actually wish to hire her, and that any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be ignored. I need to know what her biography was called. Can I look up the Lucky LaRoes? No. But you don't have a picture of her. And I'm guessing if I look up her, it's just, yeah. And it gave me the same website. But she has a biography. Only contact her agent. Any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be greatly ignored. That's probably because her sister kind of, dipped on her. So how do I do this? She has a biography. Oh, I'm gonna copy her name because I'm not spelling that correctly to save my life. Copy. Can I just... Dang it, I'm so hoping I would just be able to get her biography. Maybe it's to do with that? Nope. Nope. I'm gonna get rid of the quotes. Nope. Okay, well that at least got me those two, which is good. I guess I can move on to really investigating Jim and Diamond. Because they have kids. I just don't know what their kids' names are. Diamond, Logan. One Hit Wonder, yes, yes. Diamond is the band's lead singer. Diamond's Dazzlers. Yes! Wolf! Oh my god, is that the other kid? Is that Candy and Wolf? Is that their kid? Diamond's Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it's no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There is a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from all over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 included pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his the daughter's band, the Faloozies. Okay, so I have to look up the daughter's band after that. Wolf. Wolf. And then he's a student. Nice! More stuff done! Alright, well, I feel like I'm gonna be able to finish it How long have I been recording for? An hour? I'll keep going. I definitely think I'm gonna be able to finish it. But yeah. Okay, great. Let's look up the daughter's band. Nice. The Floozes are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They're mentioned in passing in an online review for earlier this year. Apparently, they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. Aww. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be children of other famous musicians and didn't want that to become why they were popular. I get that. I mean, like, her dad is obviously known, so you wouldn't want that to, like, overshadow you. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive. Not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They were probably losing a fortune. The viewer said that although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There was no picture of the Floos performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, had been added to your evidence. So that's gonna be here. Perfect. Candy. So that's Candy. And she is a musician, I guess? Perfect. Were the other names in that, like, important at all? I don't think so. Ah, I've narrowed that down, thank goodness. The campaign mailer still has 5 things, though. And Clark still has 6. It's weird that the campaign mailer still has more things, but, like, this entire side of the family, except for Kai Hudson's spouse, is filled out. And I still don't know what freaking Gwyneth Madsen does for a living. Like, am I supposed to figure that out from the photo? She's in jeans and a sweater. It's not helpful. She might be holding hands with a young girl, but I don't know what you do. Okay, I'm guessing, like, I'm supposed to know what she does, but I've just missed it. You're Sam's kid. I don't know. I'm also missing a lot of photos. I'm guessing there's a photo of Clark and Jane together that I don't have. There's a photo of Diamond and Jim together that I don't have. I don't know what Jim's mom's name is. And I know nothing about that. Or that one. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop for now, because I kind of don't feel like playing anymore right now. But I don't think I'm gonna post this yet, even though it was kind of a long recording. I think I'm just gonna wait, because I don't know how much game is left. It doesn't feel like there's a lot left. So I think I'm just gonna wait and make that, like, one really big, like, finishing video. But yeah. For those watching on YouTube, the next part will be following right now, so there's not a break, so this won't make sense. But for those watching on stream, thank you for watching, and please, if you see me streaming again, stop by. Alright, I'm back. I'm hoping to finish it today, right now. But I did have a quick look at the achievements on Steam, and I am missing a lot. I am missing so many. Like, I was looking at them, and there were things that, like, I have absolutely no idea what it's talking about. But I don't have that much left unfilled, so I don't get it. But I guess we'll figure it out. I haven't played for a few days, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but I know I was pretty close. I'm missing what seems like a lot of spouses and pictures. Looks like spouses and pictures is where I'm lacking. So I guess I'll start by looking at all of this stuff. Oh, that's probably the daughter that hasn't been marked in for Jim. I'm still missing a lot of pictures. Where am I gonna get the pictures? I also think I remembered that I had to like really look into everything I was doing. Conquistable? Oh, that's also the daughter. Can I look this up? Conquistable? I don't know how to spell it. Conquistable. Oh, I think I forgot the O. Mention passing. Okay, yeah, so this isn't helpful. Because one of the achievements I was missing was listen to all of the musical clues or like musical evidence, which I don't understand because I only have one and I've definitely listened to it. This one? Yeah. I've definitely listened to that. Can I listen to this? See, I can't listen to this one. So I don't fully understand that. Okay, so there's 5 things left here, which I don't get. Because I thought her, like, tree was... Where is she? Oh, here. Yeah, whole tree is finished, so I don't understand how that has 5 things left attached to it. Like, I know... Like, it led me to Caroline Morden and the fact that she's an artist. And, like, so I got that. I don't understand how that was supposed to help me. I want to apologize because I feel like I'm just being really stupid. Can this music stop soon? I am getting real over it. I still have stuff here in Clark's chapter. Clark's getting married. Danielle isn't much older. Got all of that done. Jacob and I got married at 16. Maybe there's like a picture of this wedding. What's her name? Danielle Franks. My computer is really slow typing wise. I don't remember how to spell it. Franks? No. Clark and the rest of his generation is a free spirit. Can I just look up free spirit? What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge. The most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who'd be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Oh, so this is probably a few clues for this branch. This is either November or Tessa. And I feel like I want to say it's Tessa because the other family member I've left is this one. And I feel like this person's like Miracle's whole branch of the family is, see, I'm typing and it's not, okay, is more likely to name somebody November. I just don't have a picture of November, but I feel like that's definitely more likely. And I just don't know who this could be. I have a lot of names left. And they're all pretty much going to be spouses. And I guess maybe I just have to like look all of them up. Let's look up November. November Roottree. Great. Not helpful. Tessa Roottree? Nope. Okay, what about Linus Cornwall? Okay. So that's gonna be a woman because this game is of that time. Hate to say it, so I'm assuming woman. Woman, woman. Man, man, woman, woman, woman. So these are gonna be the only men. Yeah, so there's only two men here. Linus Cornwall and Walter Forsyth. So I guess I should look up Walter Forsyth. I don't remember how to spell it. Shocker. Forsyth. I'm still not going to remember how to spell it. My memory is terrible. Okay. Forsyth. Ah! Walter Forsyth. Old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages. Walter Forsyth is listed in the cast of a movie called Gal and the Gang, which is directed by Bruce Throckmorton. It appears to be a low-budget comedy, but there's no other information about it. Okay, let's look at the movie first, even though I don't think that's going to help. Okay, and then let's look at Bruce Throckmorton, or whatever. Prolific movie director who released a movie every year from the mid-1960s until his death on set in 1993, most of his movies could be described as camp, especially those from the early 1970s. Although you notice some critics seem to take offense with that characterization. One of his signature flourishes was to include a silly message a minute or two after a movie's credits ended. Most of these have been cut from the home video releases of his titles, so fans of his work have been trying to track down film prints to catalog them all. As fascinating as this is, it doesn't seem related to the Roottrees. Well, the fact that he's an actor makes me think that that's gonna be them. Like, they met on a movie scene or whatever. And so this one's gonna be Linus Cornwall. That just feels more correct to me. So I guess I should... Edith Jacobson. Just keep going. And hope Edith Jacobson. You find a link that seems to be a partial and corrupted list of archived articles from the Butler County Times. The article is cut off, but it mentions Edith Jacobson in an arrest. Oh, okay. Edith Jacobson in an arrest. There's a Crime Blotter article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions a Helen Roottree and a Lucinda Jacobson. Helen. Do I have a Helen? Anywhere? Helen? 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 I don't remember that name specifically, but that could just because I solved it like episodes ago or streams ago or whatever. Helen? Helen. Helen? Yeah, there's no Helen. Okay. In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregations Church. Ooh. In Butler County, they were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly tithings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottree, who was there at the time while her husband Miracle was away preaching. Helen Roottree was quoted saying, "Jesus forgives, so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I am confident he has brought these young women to us for a greater purpose." So Helen is one of these. Now, what year was this? 71. Okay. 71. Who was born? Who was alive in 71? Does this have a photo? Ah! 71. Now is the late 90s. Carl just died. So I'm guessing it's not, it can't be the third miracle. Like, it can't be these people, I would think. Because this was taken... Oh no, this is one from the 70s. Carl's the teenager in the middle. Dang it. Because that's them. I mean, it's either this one or that one. I'm just gonna put Helen here. And then potentially have to move Helen up. While her husband was away preaching. Yeah, so that's not helpful. Because I'm guessing in 71, like, I know Miracle's young, the first miracle. He's young for... But, like, if this photo was taken in 35, because it says it here, and he's 10 or whatever, I feel like in the 70s it'd have to be his kid. So that's what I'm going with. But that one's Helen. Patricia Jones didn't help, I don't think. Joan Monroe. Let's try Joan Monroe. Monroe. Great. Nothing for Joan. April Quartrich. Quartrich? Quartrich. I probably spelled that wrong. I do just want to double check. No, I think I got that right. I mean, it'd be cute. I'm gonna put that as April because it'd be cute if somebody named April named their kid November, right? Like, it would be cute. Oh, I have her in as a student. But she's not probably a student anymore. Well, we'll figure that out eventually. Who's next? Catherine Wilkins. With a K. Catherine Wilkins. Do you want to double check to make sure that I spelled that correctly? Catherine Wilkins. Yep. Okay, well, so there goes Googling, everyone. At least I got Helen. Helen Roottrees. Can I Google Helen Roottrees? No. Okay. Is there anything that I wrote down here that would help? Charles Lee wrote this book about 5 pieces. Maybe he wrote another book. That's not right. Why did I write less? It's not okay. No. He did not write any other book. Great. Actress, divorced. Yeah, I think I figured that out. He is not important. Lauren. Zachariah. Not a Roottrie. A bunch of miracles. Stephanie. It just clearly am missing something. Like I'm missing a lot of things because my Steam thing says I'm missing a lot of achievements that I just don't understand how I'm supposed to get. Like, how am I supposed to know what Gwyneth Madsen does for a living? I don't understand. Let's look at Deborah Bean. I keep looking at Deborah Bean now. No. What about Sam Cattrall? Nope. How do I know what you did for a living, Gwyneth? I also would love to know how this happened, because she's like a secret illegitimate child. Because I also have that weird photo of that dude that I'm guessing is gonna come up here. This one. Him back here. I don't know why I was able to click on his face back there, because I can't do that for any of the other ones. But I have to figure out what I'm doing. Because I don't understand how I'm supposed to be able to figure out what she does for a living. Because I can't look up anyone surrounding her. Because they don't have things. And yet, here I am. Because she's not a housewife, so there goes my theory of if I don't know what they do, they're housewives. Because she's clearly not a housewife, because I have had this filled in for a while. And her picture is not helpful because she's just wearing a sweater or something. Right? Yeah, this one. She's just wearing a sweater with some jeans. So not helpful. Oh, on the back of the photo in childish print it says November. That's November. Oh, hold on. In childish print it says November. You are November. So you're Tessa. Come on, computer. Right, please. Thank you. You are November. Oh, so that probably means my cute thing about like you being April is helpful. I just don't understand how I'm supposed to figure all this stuff out. Let's do some more reading. Clark. My first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based off of pirate stories. You and my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all. And his sister seems to be doing a good job at raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. Can I look up Clark again? Oh, can I look up that album? These times. I haven't done this before. That was unfortunate. Someone with the username that scanned the cover and noted it cost him over 200 bucks at auction. Apparently this was Jim Roottree and Diamond the Rose's first song together. He also mentions that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister, and that it was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. You can't find anything else about that person, the band, or the single, so all that's left to do is add the scan to your evidence. After a blazing fast 35-minute download, the track is also available. Oh no. Where is it? Nice, let's listen. Collect all of those faces. Okay, so how am I supposed to figure out? Oh goodness. Okay, These Times is an old single from folk group C and J plus J and D. We have a scan of the album as well as a recording of the title track thanks to the collector. The website also lists the song's credits as music and lyrics by Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottree, backup vocals by the Rose. On it is a sticker that says Folk Style Songwriting, Catchy, MMM Magazine. Alright, so let's figure out. So I'm guessing they're together and they're together because they're covering each other's faces. So this I think is Diamond because she's blonde. Where is this? So I'm guessing that's. Oh, but this looks more like Jen. And that looks more like Clark. So I'm guessing Jane is that one. Yeah, because she's blonde in this photo too. So it makes sense for her to be blonde there. Alright, so that's some more photos done, which is good. This song, I'm finding it to be much more pleasant than the other one. Because the other one kind of made me want to cry. So. Oh, that's the sticker right there. Okay. So that's not done. I mean, I still have to figure out who Jim's mom is. I don't have that figured out yet. Yeah, I kind of like this, actually. It's kind of fun. Have I looked up MMM magazine before? Is it in here? See, my computer is not cooperating right now. Or shall I say my keyboard isn't. How do I figure out these names? try to find November's mom. So, Edward Roottree. Then there's apparently, because I didn't get the achievement, there's more music to listen to? Somehow? But we'll find it eventually, I'm assuming. How do I find November's mom? Edward Roottrees, not helpful. Maybe it was a big time marriage? Because it was the times that interracial maybe not would have been. I'm just gonna search in all of these. Oh, Silver Screen Magazine. I should look up Walter Forsythe here. Because maybe that will help me. Forsythe. Yeah, no, okay, great. Back to trying to figure out November. Public library is not very helpful because I don't have any book titles. What I really need to figure out is Tessa. Because I don't have a picture of Tessa. He's a mechanic. So I don't think... Elias, yeah, he's a mechanic, so I feel like it's gonna be tough to find things on him. You know? I mean, maybe he's in his Eli? Eli M? Eli mechanic. Can I just look for mechanic? Maybe here. Eli Roottree. Eli and Roottree. Mechanic. This is just, yeah, all of those cousin things. That's not helpful. Go away. I've been doing this for 30 minutes at this point, and I've made absolutely no progress. I got like 2 spouses in that I'm sure of, these ones, and the rest of them I just don't know. Because I have to figure out what she does. She's done. I have to figure out what she does, and I need everything about Tessa. Besides the fact that she's called Tessa, and I did that via process of elimination. What did the lady say to me? No, this. The next time they returned, they gave you a partial explanation. They hired you to help verify their personal account of the family's history. Yeah, see, but that's not super helpful. Okay. There has to be some big thing that I'm missing. I guess there could just be a bunch of little things that I'm missing. that's just the fact that I haven't had the daughter put in yet. So that's not real. This still has 5 things. So I guess I'll just investigate this a little more. What's her name? Stephanie Jones. She won her election. Maybe I look up Brian? Yeah, okay. That wasn't helpful. Well, I guess I could look up Brian here. Oh, okay. There are many advertisements over the years, as well as a small article from 1995 about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste his marketing opportunity during the interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down for the best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. Or search for us online. I designed the whole website myself. Okay. So let's spider search this. Okay, perfect. Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time. The website seems fancy. It even has frames. The website lists the address, hours, and a few examples of clients and the type of work that was done for each. Awesome. Ooh, Roottree Motors. Okay, this is like kind of gold. Miracle Network, tour flyers. Okay, Roottree Motors. You find a hit for Roottree Motors on the Jones Graphic website, which you've already seen. You don't find any other trace of him. As a local business, okay. Because this, I'm guessing, is where I find Eli Miracle. Yes! There's an ad for Roottree Motors in the paper. Perfect. See, there's so many things printed. It seems Roottree Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. An ad for Roottree Motors has run in every week since Butler County Times for many years, but recently has changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad. Wilkins Motors. Awesome. This must be it. Wilkins Motors is now Roottree Motors. We may have a new name, but we promise we're still the same family business. All that's different is we've joined a sweeter family. Advertise the former name of Roottree Motors as Wilkin Motors. Wilkin Motors is still the same family business, but has joined the Roottree family. Your local family mechanic servicing the entire Pittsburgh area. Local family. Oh, so this, okay. So this one actually has something. A picture. Tessa Roottree, our newest fixer, learned all there is to know about cars from her Roottree Motors parents. She's also a mechanic. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Okay. So first of all, this is Wilkins. Catherine. And then Tessa, I finally have a picture of you. And you are also a mechanic. Fantastic. So now I just need occupations for people. But that was great. So that filled out that area. Let's go back to this. Let's try Miracle Network. Find a website production company run by Miracle Roottree Estate. It's quite bare bones, but is the following blurbs. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottree. Miracle Roottree arrived so late in his mother's life. Have I already read this? Oh, yeah. unburdened himself from the Roottree name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Can I look up the Miracle Roottree estate? No. Maybe I can look that up in the periodicals, though. Copy. Okay, great. So, Miracle Network, not helpful. I'm gonna look up all of these because this seems very important. Summer theater performs plays and musicals during the summer. Makes sense. As it's not summer currently, the website has a thank you message. Thank you for making our 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for announcements about our performances in '99. Website lists the credits of the musical, which seemed to be the final show performed last season. There's a cast list, but none of the names seem relevant. Below the cast, it lists its crew, and two things stand out: posters and additional set designs by Jones Graphic and Print, and choreography by November Studios. Is she a dancer? She's a dance teacher. November, she's a dance teacher. Dancer. She dances. So that's good. So I think that one's done, and that one's done. I just have to figure out what she does for a living. But that was good. November Studios. So she dances. Can I look up Children of Eden? Musical with songs by Steven Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson really likes it. Realized it could kind of fit timeline-wise with a game he was making and decides to use it instead of something fake as kind of Easter egg. Oh, goodness. This is really cute. The little Easter egg. Oh. If you haven't already, you should hit the back button to go back to Jones Graphic and Print. And instead of searching for Children of Eden, you should probably search for whoever was performing it. I did that already, but can I look up the songs? Oh, no. I want to look up the songs. No. Dang it. This was really cute. I really like this. Can I just keep going down like a really big rabbit hole? No. Okay, fine. That was really cute. Yeah, so I don't think anything else here is going to be helpful, but I will keep Butler County. Yeah, that wasn't helpful. And I'm not going to look up the candy company, but I will look up this. Okay. Alright, this was great. I guess I can look up the November... What was it called? November Studios. Let's look up November Studios in the newspaper. Just in case. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this No Mention Studios because you don't find any. It's a nice thought, though. That's cute. I like that they're including those, like, little things in it. That's really nice. So I still have to figure out... I'm just gonna shove names in, because, again, I think it'd be cute if someone named April named a kid named November. Let's see. Who... See, Edith broke into... to steal. And Helen caught them. How many names do I need? Because I have 3 left. 1, 2, 3. So Edith is important. So maybe that was supposed to tell us. Like maybe that's. Maybe this is supposed to be Helen. Oops. And this is Edith. Like maybe you're supposed to think that like break-in being caught led to her falling in love with the kid. I don't know. Okay, which one of you? Let's do that one. Again, this is not correct. This is not how this game should be played. I, however, am finding nothing, and I am at a dead end. So that's how I'm choosing to do this. And I don't know what you do for a living. So I am just going to click. I mean, it did say process of elimination. The lady who showed up at my door said, oh, process of elimination could help you. So that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm saying what I'm doing. I'm doing process of elimination. She's a farmer? Oh, like her mom. That makes sense. Locked in everyone in free spirits. Ooh. I actually did a fairly good job on those names. Ooh, the top secret envelope.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations! I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Okay. Ah, the whole Sam thing. Okay, well first, I have to switch these names. Joan and Patricia. There. I know those are correct. See, I'm missing a lot of Steam achievements though, and I don't want to like quit on this game. Honestly, I might just get those on my own time. Because I just... Oh, well, I have his picture. These 2 are optional and won't lock in until you say I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish, however this one. Oh. Guardian. Oh, this is like the twin. This is like, she talked about it. Claire says 5 things. So weird. Why does it still have 5 things? Where's the thing about Patricia? This. Yeah. Twisted twin. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever. How awful is it that such a beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. What does that mean? Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. EC. Oh, I have to type. Oh no. Honestly, he looks a lot like Elias. EC, where have I seen that before? EC was in my evidence somewhere. I just don't remember where. Like, I remember reading that. Like, I remember seeing EC and thinking, like, it was important. But I don't exactly remember where I was supposed to figure that out. I guess I should just look at everything I know about from Sam. An obscure relative, but not really an obscure relative. Granny had sisters. Oh, yeah, here. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands E.C. and John when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. So E.C. is the one who took guardianship. How am I? But I'm guessing I won't. I'm not gonna be able to figure this. Like, life between wars. Maybe I'm like missing something from. Like, I'm thinking that there's something about the diary, because that's the only thing I have that mentions Sam. Like, I feel like there's got to be something that I'm missing from Lauren, because she's the only one that seems to have mentioned. That's not right. Mentioned Sam. She released in '65. Romance in Court. Because I'm guessing I can't look up the farmhands, E.C. and John. Whoever E.C. and John are. Is this gonna be John? I just... let's look up Lauren Rafferty. Maybe. Maybe I can look her up in the newspaper? She wrote some other books. Reviewer gives it a 4 out of 5 and claims it captures the evolution in the perspective from adolescence to adulthood. Just I know this is gonna be like a really big blank. I'm just trying to think. I also feel like there's a lot of stuff I have to be missing. Because I didn't get the achievement for finding all of the evidence. But honestly, I'm probably just gonna do that on my own. I just want to figure this out. Oh, you can sort. Oh. I didn't realize you could sort, my bad. It's good to find that out now. I kind of want to just finish the game and then I'll probably just maybe finish it all, like find the other evidence and do the other achievements on my own. Because I feel like I've played this for a while and I really just want to like get it done. Not that I didn't enjoy it, it was incredibly fun. I feel bad that I'm having like everyone sit through my musings that are taking decades. Like I honestly feel like super stuck and I want to get this done. I might look it up. Would everyone be angry at me if I looked it up? Or at least like just looked up how to figure this out? Because I think that's what I'm just gonna do. Because I'm stuck. So I think I'm just gonna look up how to figure it out. So just give me a minute. Oh, apparently there's a new re-release of the Life Between Wars diary. re-release? How was I supposed to figure that out? How am I supposed to get the... How do I get the diary? How do I get the second diary? Maybe it's in the public library? Revisiting the diary? See, how was I supposed to know that? See, this is kind of what's making me angry, is that I probably missed it. So I would like someone to explain to me how I was supposed to figure this out. This was a version of the diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. The death of Elias, the summary of Fallout, and 2 notes, as well as some other things. How was I supposed to get that? The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottree had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud, Samantha Roottrie. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secret came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She'd been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Yeah, I already figured that out. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as E.C. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Yes, I remember that. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clancy trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. How was I supposed to know this? Clearly I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottree. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long, long time since any real Roottree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth is the green thumb of her mother and her adoptive grandfather. See, all of this was stuff that I ended up having to guess, because I didn't have this, but I don't understand how I was supposed to have this. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrie for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Jesus. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met E.C. in person, but Pop once referred to him a confirmed bachelor. I suspect that's why he kept us up from there. Oh, so it's he and John together. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. John Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive either of them. But even so, she seems to blame more than just 2 of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the 5 pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Well, I would too. I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottree has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob, and Gwen divorced Wild Bill. See, that's how I was supposed to... Oh, goodness. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable somebody in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock, pun intended. So who knows what causes these things. I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be a third wheel. I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio, but still I don't think marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are, and I get it, there are 4 Elis for Pete's sake, but that's how it is. Some would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandpa Gwyneth were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's names came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that any time someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. Oh, that goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving a certified mail for Edward Clancy Roottree. I had to break the news. They got my father's name backwards. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger. She believes, based on the teacher's name, she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out, but does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town, and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry. I am glad she's gone. I got mail for Edward Clancy Roottrees. Your twisted twin. Is this Edward Clancy Roottree? Let's see. Finish the Roottrees are dead. How did I do? God, okay, yes. What? Oh, I didn't get John Miller right.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree, and his partner was John Miller?
Yes.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
But it wasn't right.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha
Sam.
Roottree. Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is
Oh
from
my
40 years
God.
ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers, Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lorne's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser.
Both.
Lorne was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin, Clancy, and
Oh
his
my
father,
God.
Elias, were not.
Your brother's twisted twin.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
Oh my god, so they chucked him out because he was gay?
Back then,
Oh
they
my
wouldn't even
god.
acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born, a bastard granddaughter. Two stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both.
This is
They tried to
awful.
erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 Pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
There were two ads. There was another earlier ad. EC. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Why would it say and introducing M for Miracleberry if it was already 5 pieces and there were only 4 of them and then another one? Oh my
We were
god.
sent to the farm, and the 5 Pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family.
This is so
But
sad.
Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
Your pop is my dad because they were twins.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 Pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a
Oh my
fluke there's
god.
a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background, the 6th 5 piece.
That's so sad. That's why I said he kind of looks like Elias.
Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom, from a life she deemed unworthy.
This is so
Elias
sad.
relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 Pieces.
Girl, I don't blame
My
you.
father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottree. He nearly ruined the company.
Oh, I didn't get either of these. Oh. So
When
there's
Ernie
there's
took
definitely things
over,
I
he
missed.
saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. Ernie earned about $36.
Oh my god.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy, until I started to look into the other dirty laundry. Ron
Yeah.
tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future.
Oh my god.
His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else.
This is
The
so
Clancid
sad.
Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light. And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours.
Oh my
Like I
goodness.
said at the beginning, set for life. Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally
This is
feels
so
complete.
sad.
Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air. This is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
Bye, Sam. Oh, they're playing the music. Sam Madsen's book was published. Good. Of course it received mixed reviews. Life went on and a new president took over the company. Who? Faded from the news cycle. Who took over? And then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottrees Mania is now unlocked as a new game. Huh. I'm a secret Roottree. Aw, cute. Alright. I don't know what Roottrees Mania is, but I'm probably just gonna end up playing that on my own time, unless there's like massive discourse coming from that and you guys want to see it. But I think that'll be the end of the series. I really enjoyed the game. It was pretty fun. I got angry at the end because I feel like there was stuff I was missing, but honestly, it was probably just me being really stupid. So that's probably just what it was. If you guys have any suggestions for other games, either like this or similar, that you want me to play, just leave it in the comments below. I will check them all out. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Bye!